So as far as you knew, if Jon agreed to stick around at 205, it would have been you versus Jon Jones too. Like, there was some discussion. Would it be Jon versus Jan, Jon versus you? Their plan was you versus Jon, but it was up to him if he was going to stick around, correct?
Absolutely.
What was your reaction when you found out he was leaving?
Oh, come on, man. That was my reaction. Like, come on, bro. Seriously? That's whack. But then it was like, all right, well, whatever. The show must go on, Either way, I'm fighting. Either way, I'm going for the belt. So the whole goal is to get the belt anyway. It sucks that, I can't beat Jon for it at this time, but I'll catch him. I'll catch him later.
Were you surprised that ultimately he decided to leave?
A little bit. It was a little bit shocking, but then at the same time, not, because if you look, I try to look at things from other people's perspectives and what they've been through and what leads to whatever decision they make. And if you look at it, Jon, I think truly in his heart, he felt like, he won that fight unanimously, and he has nothing else to prove in the division. Either that, or he's like, man, I could really lose my belt to this guy. So let's avoid that, and we'll just vacate and go up to heavyweight, and we'll make a run at the title.
So that was actually my next question. Do you believe that him vacating the title and moving up to heavyweight now, because of course it had been rumored and he had talked about it for quite some time, do you believe it has anything or everything to do with you?
Yes and no. I'm gonna say yes because I do believe that, and no because he's gonna say no.
But you think that he just doesn't want to rematch you?
I think his ego won't let him admit that I'm the reason. I know he doesn't want to rematch me. I mean, it's obvious. He vacated the belt. Like, you don't give up something you're proud of. You know what I mean? Like, I win the belt. I'm not gonna be like, oh, no, I'm gonna give it up. Like, I'm gonna go up to heavyweight. Like, no, man, you earned that. Like, why would you just give it up unless you feel like you didn't earn it? You know what I mean?
When did you start to realize that something was wrong with his lower portion of his leg, ankle, calf, foot?
Look, once I landed the kick that hurt him, I thought it was a check because he kicked me really hard in the calf, and I was like, okay, I need to check that. So the second one I did check it, I thought it came from that. But then when I watched the fight, when I kick him back, he just landed in the right spot. Like, it's like when you get cracked in the jaw, You go night. It's the same exact thing. I just, that some coaches say the more you throw, the luckier you get. And I was being active. I don't take a round off like I do in other times. I put the pressure, and that's me getting better. That's my coaches like adjusting. Like, okay, I'll put example. Instead of do 5 rounds, do 3. You lose. You don't have 5 rounds. We get the cardio different. So little things I adjust, and then you gotta adjust at every fight. Every opponent is different. Like, to fight this guy, you gotta fight these 2 idiots that will kick my ass, 6'3" and 6'2", and I was like, these guys are annoying. But every fight is different. You gotta adjust. So I feel like I make adjustments in my game in order to win the fight, and I will keep doing it for the next and the next and the next one.
The calf kick, is that something that you worked on a lot for this particular fight?
Yeah. The calf kick, believe it or not, my wrestling coach bring that to me a couple of years ago. He was like, hey, look, start kicking here instead of kicking to the tight. And then now it's becoming popular. Now everybody's using it. So that's and then I know I'm a pretty heavy kicker. Like, I know that. I know when I crack the pass. It's not just like it's a good whip or it's fast. It's hard. And then I do take pride on that. And then I do a lot of leg work. I do a lot of running. Like, I just try to be a machine year round, because then you can actually go in camp not worried about get in shape. I'm already in shape when they come in for a fight. So it's just about adjusting the technique and everything. And when he kicked me twice in the leg, I was like, okay. But see what happened when I kicked him back. It didn't take more than a couple ones. And then I realized, because he changed the guard right away. You cannot let your opponent know right away. Like, it's simple. Like, I've been hurt before. But you gotta poker first. You gotta take your time. You gotta And then I think he wasn't ready for that energy that I brought to him.
we know the reason. He was probably in a lot of pain.
Helwani, it's a fist fight.
Why is he? The guy
Deal
couldn't
with
stand.
that. Deal with that.
Oh
Deal
my
with
God.
it. It's a fist fight. Like,
couldn't
what,
stand.
You expect not to get hurt?
No, but I'm saying
that's
that's why he didn't protest. You know, sometimes when someone doesn't want to tap,
No,
they're just like,
no.
oh, thank God. No?
Well, I'm saying he shouldn't have done that. I'm saying it's a fist fight. Yes, he was in pain, obviously. Listen, if you don't have the expectation that you're going to be in pain when you get in a fist fight.
I'm not
you
saying
got
he
bad
didn't, but in that,
expectation.
I think if he's not hurt, if his leg isn't hurt, he's protesting that stoppage. If we're just
Okay.
look
All right.
right,
Yes.
you know what I mean? But there
I
were
agree.
other factors involved.
Yeah. To what that says to me, and then the fact that he let him cart him out. If they tried carting me out with an ankle injury, I would have fought someone over that. You ain't putting you're not putting my ass on a stretcher because I got an ankle injury. I got one other good leg, and I'm gonna hop all the way to the back. Leave me the F alone.
Wow. So you
Yeah,
you
I
took
think
that
he
as a
needs to
sign
grow
of
up.
weakness.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You think he needs to grow up?
Hey, listen, it's part of growing up. In life, you have failures, you have struggles. You're gonna learn from them. He probably, obviously hasn't lost a fight to this point, so he probably hasn't experienced those really hard things, and really at this point, embarrassment also, right? Because he was building himself up, and he got his ass kicked by Chito Vera. He's probably a little bit embarrassed by that as well. Hey, that's part of it. Get up, rub some dirt on it, hop yourself to the back. Hey, you got a coach, right? Macy Barber was tough enough. She put her arm around me and Mark, and we hopped to the back. And dude, she was in so much pain. She didn't need a stretcher, right? If someone tries to stretch me, I'm gonna face shove them and get them out of my face. I'm gonna hop to the back or crawl to the back, or army crawl. I'm gonna get to the back without a damn stretcher. That was embarrassing.
Obviously, his eyesight's a little bit impaired. I'm curious. I mean, obviously, you've been through that as well. So, knowing that, I mean, do you feel bad that happened?
Yeah.
Is it just part of the fight game? What's your feelings on that?
Well, I felt bad. I wasn't trying to be intentional. I even told him like 45 times. I said I'm sorry during the fight. Even during the fight, I'm like, hey, D, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? But what you do? He did it to me multiple times. But whatever. He said it wasn't on purpose, and like mine wasn't on purpose. I wasn't trying to. I honestly didn't realize I poked him in the eye. I looked up and I saw it on the replay. I'm like, oh, I totally poked him in the eye. That was my bad.
I know what you want next is some time with the family, but the leading discussion seems to be either Francis Ngannou or you got Jon Jones saying he wants to come see you. Does one of those stand out to you more than the other?
No, man. Right now, it's my birthday next week, so you're drinking a bunch of Modelo's.
Fair enough. Last thing for me, this was all about determining, in a lot of people's eyes, who the greatest heavyweight of all time is. With this win tonight, are you comfortable saying I am the greatest heavyweight of all time?
Yeah, man. We'll see on Monday then. Everyone's going to change their opinion about it. I always get shit on it, so. Listen, man, I'm just happy to cement my legacy. Like everyone's talking about this legacy. Only reason I'm happy to cement my legacy is to show my daughter, if we have more kids, to show them that hard work pays off. Listen, if you do something, you put your mind and effort into it, you do good things.